After having a pretty disappointing summer league, Alex Sarr has shown some pretty decent improvements so far in the preseason. And while this game still has a long way to go, I still think Sarr has the ability and overall build to have an immediate impact for the Washington Wizards. Now at the moment, Sarr has his biggest impact on the defensive end. Standing at 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan, Sarr is already an elite interior defender, where he has the size to both alter and completely eliminate shots. But on top of his vertical presence, Alex can also move his feet on the floor extremely well. We'll see him here backpedaling in transition, and as the ball gets advanced past him, Alex has the ability to swivel his hips and keep himself on balance to explode up and eliminate the shot. When defending on the ball, Alex also has pretty good stability. We'll see Karl Anthony Towns here attacking with a head of steam. And notice how Sarr is able to absorb the shoulder bump to then parachute up and swat this floater. So Alex's combination of size and movability naturally makes him a really effective defender off the ball, being able to sink down and gap to clog up driving lanes, to then recover back out and contest shots on the perimeter. We'll see the Raptors here running a two-man game at the top of the key, and watch how Sarr is going to sink down to clog up this action, to then scramble back out and run his man off the line, turning this into an empty possession. This is also an impressive play here, where Alex on the weak side has 2 feet in the lane to clog up this Brunson drive, and when the ball gets sprayed out to his man in the corner, watch him teleport out and turn this into a heavily contested shot. And that mobility also carries over to Sarr's defense and pick and roll, where he's got the foot speed to step out and contain guards on the perimeter. We'll see his teammate here initially get blown by off the bounce, but with both feet beyond the 3, Sarr is able to turn his hips and head off this drive. Now all those physical tools carry over to Sarr's defense on the ball, where his size and length allows him to easily disrupt clear passing and scoring reads. Notice here how Alex is sitting back with both feet well behind the 3, but from this spot he still has the reach to extend out and turn this into a pretty bad miss. And then of course Sarr's foot speed also allows him to contain quicker backcourt creators off the dribble. So defensively, I think Sarr checks all the boxes. He's got the height and reach to be a really effective rim protector, while also having the mobility to be effective in gap and scrambles. Plus that foot speed carries over to his defense out on the perimeter. I think as Alex racks up a few more years of NBA experience, he could pretty easily become a top tier defender across the league. Now when moving on and looking at Alex's offense, there's still some glaring limitations, but I do think Alex is starting to find some different ways to add value. The first thing we can look at is his outside shooting. In the summer league, Sarr shot an abysmal 12% from 3, and while Alex was never projected to be a sniper coming into his rookie year, I still thought he had the foundation to quickly become at least an average outside shooter. And when seeing this in the summer league, it was pretty shocking. Now when looking back at these clips, I think the quality of Sarr's shots is what really drove his percentage down. Many of his looks were heavily contested, off the dribble, or drifting back. And obviously, more difficult looks tend to pull percentage down. And when comparing Alex's shot quality from summer league to the preseason, there's been a pretty big difference. Obviously, the scoring gravity of Jordan Poole and Kuzma has led to a more open, in-rhythm catch-and-shoot threes for Sarr, and as a result, his numbers behind the line have taken a pretty big jump. And again, I don't see Alex immediately shooting in the high 30s or low 40s from 3, but mechanically, the tools are definitely there. Take this play for example. We'll see him here spotting up on the wing, and as he receives his kickout pass, notice how swiftly Alex both gets his feet set and brings the ball to his set point with no major dips or hitches, allowing him to smoothly get this jumper off. Now this leads us to Alex's biggest weakness offensively, and that's going to be his creation off the dribble. When playing off the bounce, Sarr is extremely vulnerable with the ball, where he lacks the security to handle it against pressure. Plus he commonly gets sped up when catching and attacking in traffic. Now going forward, I don't see Sarr becoming this elite off the dribble scorer anytime soon, but I do think he has the athleticism to do some damage attacking with momentum, Whether he's playing in pick and roll, dribble handoffs, or catching on the move, I would love to see him play more aggressive and attack into that open space. But it's pretty clear right now that Sarr lacks the confidence to put any real pressure on the rim. And that's also the case when Alex is playing against closeouts, where at the moment he lacks the skill and feel to create blow-bys off of these aggressive shifts. We'll see him here spotting up in the corner, and notice how OG Anunoby gets himself out of position lunging for the steal. And with his man out of position and the help side loaded up towards the middle of the floor, this should be a routine catch and baseline rip for Sarr, but he instead jabs and dribbles back up towards the middle, which allows the defense to reset. We can see the same thing here, where Alex's shooting threat forces this aggressive closeout, but instead of getting into a decisive attack, Alex again plays horizontal and exposes the rock. If there was one thing that the Wizards need Alex to improve on, I think it's going to be this, because I think Sarr is going to at least be a respectable outside shooter, and that's going to draw some heavy rotations out towards the 3, and Alex being able to create blow-bys off the catch and getting to decisive downhill drives is going to be huge for his offense, and that's what he should be working on before he starts developing his pick and roll and isolation scoring. Now, I do think Sarr does some good work rolling and cutting towards the basket, where if he has open space to charge up, he's got the explosiveness to elevate over the backline defense. And then off the ball, he's also got a pretty good feel of the floor, allowing him to cut and find easy shots at the rim. Watch him here in the corner initially shift up, as if he's going to blast off this pin down screen. And when he feels his man overcommitting, Sarr is going to cut back door for this easy catch and finish. I also like this read here, where Sarr again feels the defense overplaying his top side, giving him a clear angle to dive towards the basket. Now overall, I do think Alex Sarr has plenty of room for development, but he still has enough in his game to have an immediate impact. He's already an extremely versatile defender, while also bringing value offensively with his spot-up shooting and cutting. Obviously, he's got a ton of room for improvement with his on-ball creation and decision-making, but the foundation for Alex becoming a high-level two-way player is definitely there. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what rookie you want to see me break down next. The kid's here.